Hi guys, and welcome to today's task. For today's task, I'm going to show you 4 things that are necessary when you are winterizing your house. One of the first things that's necessary is doing a wardrobe change. As you see in this video, I do at least one wardrobe change, not because I needed to change my clothes, it's because I had a malfunction with my camera, and the first part of this video I already filmed, but the audio was gone, so I'm refilming it in these clothes. I think they're nicer, they look a little bit better. First thing we are going to do is clean out these rain gutters. You need to make sure that your gutters are empty and clean so that 1, water can flow through them as it starts to rain in the fall, and 2, if you get ice in here and it's starting to melt, that water has somewhere to go. If not, these rain gutters will get super heavy in the wintertime and they will start peeling away. If you ever see rain gutters coming off of a house, you know that most likely those rain gutters were dirty or were not venting or were not allowing the snow and ice to melt, and so they got heavy and came off from the house, or the snow load pushed them off and wasn't melting properly. And the number 1 culprit for that is leaves and debris in your rain gutters. So make sure you take care of that first. Now with our gutters all the way clean, we are ready to move on. Here's a little ladder tip for anybody. Do not ever put your ladder on the gutter of your house. 1, they're painted, and so it's gonna scuff it and damage it. 2, they're really not meant to handle weight leaning on them, so they'll actually bow in, bend in. You could mess up the shape or the slope of them, and they won't work properly. You'll get a pinch in them, whatever, and then you get rain falling down. So don't ever put your ladder against the rain gutter. Where you should put it is on an end of the house or a section of the house that has just a drip edge like that and no rain gutter. That way I can put the ladder against there securely. I'm not gonna hurt anything. It's a little bit stronger and better built. It's meant for you to climb up at that point. Now, I know that there are some houses that do not have that option. Just be very careful. Put a buffer on there, like a towel or something, so you at least don't scuff the paint of your rain gutters. I just hate to see stuff damaged when you're trying to do routine maintenance, and then you end up doing more damage to the house. The next task we want to work on is a very, very simple one, but it's crucial to the plumbing of your house. You need to disconnect your hose bibs. Some houses have an anti-siphon and even an extended handle inside that allows it to not freeze. I still don't trust that. A simple thing to do is just disconnect your hose. This one simple thing can save your life. See how there's just a little bit of water inside that hose? That will freeze solid, and it will make its way back into this valve and freeze. It can also burst pipes inside, and then you got damage on the inside of your house. It's not just an exterior thing. So shut it off, disconnect it, call it good. Now, if your home is very old, doesn't have any updated plumbing, all of our plumbing is brand new from 2015 to this house. So I know I have new hose bibs right there, which won't freeze. But if you have older hose bibs that do have the possibility of freezing, you can even buy the insulating cups that sit over top of this and keep that incubated just a little bit more for the wintertime. And you cannot forget a single hose bib. You need to get back here and do this one too. I don't know what's all over that. Ooh, that's sticky, icky. It's like grease or something. What did the kids get on here? Disconnect this one, lay it down, good to go. This one actually stays fairly warm because the dryer vent's right here, but I don't want to risk or take any chances of hopefully keeping this thing warm all winter long. I also, because I don't trust my children, I take these off. Next thing we want to do on this house is shut off the sprinkler system. First, we turn the box off so that the valves will not run. Next, we're going to turn the water off at the house. Well, we got to turn the water valve off, but I got to remember where that stupid little thing is. It's right off here somewhere. Oh, right there, found it. So for some houses, your stop and waste will be outside. For some houses, it is inside. So you need to know your own system, but mine is outside, so I come and I open this valve up, and every year, every spring and fall, it's a pain to find it, open it, and keep it going. Come on, baby. Okay. Oop, dang it, a bunch of dirt just went down there. Yeah, that's okay. Now that cap's off, you need that big, long key. And you're gonna put it on there till you feel it grab, and then This is the biggest thing. You need to turn it all of the way. Okay, all of the way. If it is not all the way off, you will actually start to see water bubble out of here. It may take a day or two, but there is a small valve or port that relieves the water if it's not shut off all the way. So you need to make sure it's shut all of the way. Pull your key out. And see how mine is all wet? It's because that water came up just for a second. Put your cap back on. And our water is now successfully shut off. Now, I know some people are thinking, Joel, you gotta blow out your lines. My lines are all poly lines and they are buried to a proper sub-freezing depth. So they're okay. But if you have PVC pipe, which is the white pipe, it's very brittle and it's very vulnerable to cracking and breaking, especially if it is above a frost line depth, which a frost line depth around here is at least 20 inches. So you need to have that deep, or if you're not sure what kind you have, call somebody, have them come blow them out. It'll at least save you from troubles in the spring. Okay, last but not least for winterization is change your filters. I made a video about this about 6 months ago after springtime. Last but not least, we are going to be changing the air filters on the furnace. I made a video about changing them 6 months ago, right as springtime was starting. And it's time to pull them. These are dirty and filthy. It's time to get rid of them. So we simply pull them out. Pay attention to the old one, which way the arrows are facing. And you can see all that dirt and grime and how clean one, new one looks. Put your new one in. And we are good to go. I also have a filter on the other side of my furnace, so we'll pull that one as well. Set it over here. Pay attention to the airflow. It flows this way now. Guys, we are done with our winterization of our home. Hopefully it's a simple process for you. It just takes a couple hours on a Saturday or a weeknight or whenever you've got the time to do it, but I recommend you do it. It saves you from a lot of trouble. 2 years ago, I didn't clean out my rain gutters and I flooded my basement. So it saves you from flooding hopefully a portion of your house by cleaning out your rain gutters. Second, if you detach your hose, it saves you from the possibility of a pipe freezing and bursting and flooding your basement again. Third, if your sprinkler system goes off in the middle of the winter time because you didn't close all the valves and turn off all the solenoids, you have the possibility of it turning on in December, having an ice sheet, which is real cool looking for a day, and then you realize every single piece of pipe that water's gone into is going to be shattered and ruined come next spring. So it saves you from a broken sprinkler system and headache next spring. You just turn it back on. And then third, it also ensures that you're breathing clean air by changing the air filters in your home. Just a few little things that help maintain your home, your piece of property, and just save you from trouble in the long run. If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And if you guys want to get your hands on one of these Today's Task hats, they are $35, which includes shipping to your house. Email mytodaystask@gmail.com and we'll give you instructions on how to buy. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.
Actually, he's on that level right now. Oh my gosh.
Simple process. There. Let's see. If you ever see rain gutters, here's a little tip. You gotta be quiet, okay? Okay. Next thing we want to do to winterize the house is shut off our sprinkler system. Oops. That was already on. Don't need it. And our water is successful. Hey, shh. Second, if you do not detach your hose, you can have...
Because it's dead.
Huh?
Turned off.
No, I didn't.
Yeah?
Touch it.